everyone, I am Erika of beadingschool.com and you are watching Coffee Time with Erika, my weekly beady broadcast. Over the past weeks, many of you were wondering about a bead embroidery design dedicated to the Rosetta Window Beading School Academy team. And today I am here to tell you about it and something more. But before I would start, please let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me well. You should be able to watch in real life, real time, from the Beading School YouTube channel and also from the Beading School Facebook page. So please let me know in a comment if you can hear me, if you can see me. I see Sharon saying hello. So good to see you, Sharon. Louisa is also here. And many other people, beaders, according to my clever broadcasting program. Lita is also saying hello. Sharon says, see and hear you fine from Facebook. Louisa says to Ingrid, Asta. Wonderful. So I have some super exciting beading news and bead embroidery and more news for you ladies. But before we would start, I would also like to share with you that the tutorial that many of you were waiting for, the Rocher beaded bead and the Rocher necklace, that you can also make actually to a bracelet, as I did, are available now on the Beading School website. So I will put now the code on the screen. I also posted it in the chat. So this is actually the third signature jewel of the Rosetta Window Beading School Academy collection that we are working on. This time it was a very special time. Instead of the usual 2 signature jewels, you got to enjoy 3 big jewels designed from the theme box. So here it is. If you haven't found it yet, then please make sure to navigate to the page and find it. And yeah, so back to bead embroidery. So over the past weeks, and in the meantime, Lita says, I am so excited. I can finally catch up on all the signature jewels now that my mini challenge piece is submitted. Lita wrote about bezeling as many as 27 cabochons in the Beading School Club. So I am very, very excited to see your challenge piece, Lita. Together with all of the Beading School Academy teams, we also have a mini challenge that our students can enter. And always during the last week of the theme, we are celebrating together the beautiful creations. And it is so incredibly inspiring to see how you get inspired by all the different colors and components. So over the past weeks, many of you were wondering about a bead embroidery design dedicated to the Rosetta Window Beading School Academy team. With good reason, since back in January already last year in 2024, we have started a new tradition. A tradition of bringing you art cabochons, shapes, and also new colors that are inspired also by the same source of inspiration and that fit the theme perfectly. And we also talk about beading embroidery tips, tricks, and techniques to grow our skill set in this wonderful technique. So that's why every 2 months towards the end of the theme, we talk about this technique that so many of us appreciate, thanks to the freedom that it brings to our bead mats. And today is the day to continue with another bead embroidery week and another collection. So hands up, ladies, which one of the art cabochon collections were your favorites since we started this tradition? I loved very much the Aurora Borealis that I am showing on the screen, but also the Bird of Paradise was truly special last year in September and October. In the meantime, I see that Angelina says, hello everyone, I am so glad to have made it to this broadcast after our huge move 2,000 miles away. And all the best to you in your new home, Angelina. It is a big move indeed. And Miriam says, I already beaded the wonderful beaded bead and is waiting now for a rope. The same is happening to Polinka's out of the box beaded bead. I'm really happy that you found pleasure in this too, Miriam, and I can't wait to see the finished jewels. Laura says that she loved the rabbits very much that we had in the springtime. Those were so incredibly cute. I agree with you, Laura. And Miriam says, I love all, but I think the stars are gorgeous. The star shapes, you mean, or the star patterns? Oh, Anita says, loved the stars from the Bavarian princess. And Linda says, she loved the triangle for Nitti's design. She needs more. Dear Treasury, are you listening? If yes, please make a note of it. So today I have as many as 4 surprises prepared for you. And the 5th one coming next Monday. I will share with you today how I attached and decorated a very special new cabochon inspired by the Rosetta window theme and Gothic architecture, of course. I will also show you the new collection of art cabochons itself that you can play with. I have 2 ideas how to turn the beaded motif that I am working on now into a finished pendant or necklace, requiring 2 different metal components. And besides the samples of those components that I have on my bead mat right now, I have a number of those patiently waiting in the treasury as gifts for you during this upcoming week. Both of these components that can be yours and that I am holding in my palm, they come from Germany. So this might actually be the most valuable and pricey gift bag that we have ever had at Beading School. There is also a reason why we have these beautiful personalized gifts waiting for you. And I will tell you more about it during the second half of today's Coffee Time with Erika. This will be a unique opportunity that will have an impact not only on how much your jewels will stand out and shine, but you can also contribute through it to make sure that the quality and the honest traditions that are represented by these gifts will continue thriving in the beading world. The 5th surprise was born actually on the bead mat of Aniko, the newest member of the Beading School creative team. And she will share it with you next Monday through an article on the Beading School blog. But let's get back first to the other topics that I was going to talk about. So let's see the surprises one by one. Most of the beaded motifs that we have worked on and that are still coming during the next weeks from the current collection are inspired by medieval rose windows. The rose windows are of circular shapes, like the one that you can see on the picture. This is another one from the same cathedral. While this one is above the altar, this other one is in the back above the organ. And they both inspired the first signature jewel of the Rosetta window collection, the Limoges pendant, since the cathedral that I was showing you and that inspired the collection stands in France, in Limoges. But there are other kinds of windows on medieval cathedrals. On the cabochons and the design that I have prepared for you for Bead Embroidery Week reach towards the shape of the elongated windows of the same Gothic cathedrals. All the windows are letting in as much light as possible, coloring it with the shades of the bright pieces of glass inserted into the metal frames. And we used the canvas of these bigger rectangular shapes to paint motifs that stand for the Gothic era. A sword, a rose, and the cathedral window itself. And this is the pendant, but these handcrafted Gothic cathedral windows on my bead mat are becoming. A pendant held by a simple yet romantic net of seed beads. So this bezel will be the second surprise that I would like to share with you. I will need 1-2 days more to finish the tutorial, but this is going to be one of your gifts this week. It will give you the possibility to bezel your cabochons in a different way while doing bead embroidery. So this is something universal that you will be able to use over and over again. And for now, I have made it with this rectangular cabochon with the Gothic cathedral window, but before I would release it, I would also like to test it with a circular shape to make sure that I can give you precise instructions. But the two components that I was mentioning, they are important for another part of the pendant that I am working on, not the bezel itself. So after learning to bead this bezel, we will also need a tip or two, a trick or two to hang this bead embroidered motif on a necklace cord and to turn it into a finished jewel. Because the bezel is just the beginning, and we need some extra tricks and maybe some metal components to make it come alive on our necks. So this is the time to talk about these two beautiful gifts from Germany that I mentioned at the beginning. You might have guessed that they traveled to the treasury from the Neumann factory. And this valuable gift marks the beginning of a new journey of Beading School and Neumann together. Let me switch to my hand camera because I would like to show you something exciting now. So as you can see, this pendant is still a work in progress project on my bead mat. I would like to give you a closer look of what's coming. So I have created this netted bezel, which for me has a very romantic look, and it was incredibly fast on one hand. I also love it how I could insert the tiny golden size 15 seed beads to make it look like simple yet luxurious. And also I love how the Gothic window is showcased in the middle. So as you see, my pendant is still a work in progress project. And thanks to the gifts that I have also received, and in a limited number, are also waiting for you. And wait for it until I tell you how you can claim one of these. So thanks to these gifts, I have two options to hang it and turn it into a finished necklace. This is how far I got for now. I would still love to attach, by the way, one of these rectangular glass cabochons or octagon-shaped glass cabochons to the bottom. And then I have two options to hang it thanks to the gifts. The first gift that I have received is an exquisite multi-row clasp. It is a box clasp that has two parts, a highly decorated box and a tongue that slips into it. So my plan is to sew the box, to sew the loops of the box to my pendant, and afterwards I will remove the middle loop of the tongue part and attach beads to the loops on the left and the right. The clasp is so beautiful that instead of just solving the problem of a bail, it will become part of the main design and elevate it to the next level. There is also a downside, and I will need another closure also on the back, so I will need to use up two clasps so I can close and open the necklace around my neck. But also, thanks to this solution, it is also worth it to invest the energy into creating a more time-consuming universal necklace, since if I will have more of the same clasps, I could simply add a different pendant to the necklace every time when I want to wear it. Sabine says that she finds it a great idea, and I will actually be very curious that which of the two ideas will you ladies like more when I share with you what is my other option. The second gift that I have received is a metal bowl with inserts made of crystals from Austria. There are so many crystal inserts in it that I gave up counting. The second option is to hang up the pendant through this metal bowl. I think thanks to the size 15 golden seed beads, this bowl would also really match the design that I have created. So what I would need to do is, after finishing the bead embroidered motif, I could attach 2 strands of beads to the top of the pendant, or maybe a chain by the middle, and then pull them through the metal bead. So this would sit on top of it with the 2 strands of beads, or 2 sides of the necklace exiting on the top, through the top hole. But I need to be careful about, and it sometimes happens that I work so fast that I forget about practical things, that I would need to pull the strand of beads, probably like 2 strands of size 15s, because this is not that big, this hole. I would need to pull them through the opening before attaching the clasp, because the clasp, of course, would not fit through the metal bead itself. And Miriam says, a universal necklace is one of them I am dreaming of. And Catherine says, I prefer the square clasp option. And Lita says, it's pretty, but it feels too modern for the motif. I think it's a matter of personal preference, because I actually like the contrast between modern and classic, because they also can emphasize each other, but it's very personal and up to each of us. That how do we decide? So, would you also like to have these 2 gifts on your bead mats, dear ladies? Hand up that who would like to have these 2 gifts. There is also another option, by the way, for this clasp. Maybe you can see it better like this, that there are 2 types of gift bags. Both of them have the metal ball, and then some of them have the rectangular clasp that I have, and the other part of them have an oval-shaped one with a very similar design and in a very similar size. Ariana says, it's fun. I just designed a bead embroidery necklace for the mini challenge with the clasp in front. Ariana, great minds. Sharon is raising her hand. Katalin says, yes, of course. And Linda says, gifts are always welcome. My hand is raised high. So, lovely ladies, we have exactly 100 of these gifts waiting for you. Not less and not more. And this upcoming part of Coffee Time with Erika is something super important, and brings you something super important. And you will have the option to join this new adventure only for a very limited time. Until next week's Coffee Time with Erika, the latest, or until the 100 bags are claimed by our speedy finger gang here. That I actually expect to happen sooner than next week's Coffee Time with Erika. So stay with me, ladies. This is a historic moment, and listen closely, as this is a unique opportunity that will have an impact not only on how much your jewels will shine, but with this step you can also contribute to make sure that quality and honest traditions will continue thriving in the beading world. Today, I invite you to honor tradition, artistry, and craftsmanship. This new beginning deserves a full story, and I can't wait to share it with you. Gradually, I will explain everything about this, how you can get the gifts, what you can get for your bead mat to make it even more beautiful and to make your jewels rise to the next luxury level. So I kindly ask you to make a note of your questions if you have one and post it as a comment after I have shared my story. It is long, it comes with lots of information that I have prepared for you, and we will have time in the end to discuss any other questions that you might have. So thank you so much for your patience and understanding, and let's look into this story that I have prepared for you. So, in my opinion, it is so important to value what we create, to honor the time and energy that we put into a special piece, just as it is important to value ourselves and every now and then treat ourselves to something truly special. When I sit down at my bead mat, I always aim for quality and attention to detail. But some pieces just feel different, even more unique. Sometimes it's because of the material, a new color combination that sparks inspiration, the pure joy of beading, or I treasure the idea where the whole beaded piece came from. Recently, I created the Rocher bracelet, a gift to myself after an intense time. I did not bead it for a workshop. I did not create it for a tutorial, just something meaningful for me. It turned out substantial, luxurious, and full of weight. Something that deserves an equally special clasp. I have many beautiful metal findings ready and waiting. I'm quite picky about quality, as you might have noticed, for myself and the Beading School bead shop. But there are findings that truly stand out. And when it comes to my clasps, my go-to for that extra touch of excellence are, of course, the Noman clasps, made in Germany. So they were also the perfect finishing touch for the bracelet that means so much. Last year, we stepped through a door that not many bead companies had entered before. Visiting the Neumann factory in Germany was eye-opening. I thought I knew their offerings well, but I was so very wrong. Together with Andrea, we explored hidden archives, spoke with Hans, the grandson of the founder, about the legacy of their family manufactory, and we uncovered treasures from the past and ideas for the future. You have already seen a glimpse of what we brought back with the Neumann vintage collection, but there is so much more waiting to be discovered. This week, during Coffee Time with Erika, I want to share with you, the Beading School community, how you beaders can help shape what comes next. Imagine exclusive designs, long forgotten pieces brought back to life, and timeless luxury and quality on your bead mats. We are about to go even further behind those factory doors, and I would love for you to join me. Together, let's watch for tradition, for craftsmanship, and for making every piece of jewelry mean something. Choosing a Neumann finding means choosing more than just a closure. It means choosing tradition, honest craftsmanship, and over 60 years of excellence from a family-run manufacturer in Germany. Today, we invite you to pledge your support for this legacy by choosing clasps and sometimes even other components that carry real weight, real artistry, and a story worth wearing. Be part of shaping the future of metal findings for beaders around the world. Together, let's stand for quality, for heritage, for meaningful details that make our jewels truly special. So, lovely ladies, today I have exactly 100 spots open to a new program that we have been thinking about for quite some time. This is your chance to be part of something special. You can sign up for an exclusive Neumann collection and receive rare, radiant clasps or other metal findings that honor tradition, artistry, and craftsmanship, delivered right to your door every 2 months. But don't wait, please, because enrollment will close on the 1st of July 2025, exactly at 5 p.m. Central European Time, 11 a.m. New York City, 8 a.m. California, or 3 a.m. Faye time, New Zealand. After that, just a moment, ladies. I got a note that the page did not show up. Let me adjust it. It should be okay now. So, lovely ladies, please try again. It should be okay now. And in the meantime, I will explain to you what is happening here. This isn't just a subscription. This is so much more. It's a commitment to elegance, quality, and artistry in your beadwork. So every 2 months, a beautifully packaged box or 2 boxes arrive at your doorstep, holding 3 exquisite Neumann clasps or other components, carefully selected to elevate the jewels you are working on. They will be rare, radiant, and refined pieces that you won't find that easily in the beading world. Neumann clasps are made with the highest standards, premium metals, sparkling crystal and pearl accents, and perfectly shaped loops to connect your beadwork with ease and style. They are crafted in Germany, chosen by me, and loved by the Beading School community. I have 2 sets of clasps or components waiting for you. Some jewels ask for cold tones, for silver, for example. Others come alive with bronze or antique gold. Each piece has its own voice, and the right metal findings helps it to speak. That's the magic of choosing with intention. And that's why we created two options for you to pick from. Or better yet, to go for both and also receive the gift that I have shown you. So the cold tones, it means that the components will come in silver, antique silver, gunmetal black, and so on. And the warm tone means that the components come in bronze, gold, or their antique patinated variations. Sometimes maybe even rose gold, let's see. When you choose the bundle option, combining both the cold tone and the warm tone Noman clasp collections, you will receive also the welcome gift that I have shown you. Two exclusive components from the Neumann factory in Germany. This isn't just a bonus. It is a personal gift from the Neumann family for you. A heartfelt thank you for choosing quality over quantity and pledging to help keep craftsmanship alive in the beading world. So everyone who joins will receive a one-time welcome gift with their first collection of the bundles. The gift travels with the bundle option. So it will contain the stunning Noman metal ball, sparkling with so many Austrian crystal inserts that I gave up counting them, and a surprise clasp, either the elegant rectangular one with the 3 loops or the beautifully detailed oval clasp with 5 loops. So these are the gifts, so you can take a better look at them. And this Noman collection, it is actually the sister project of our beloved Beading School Academy, connected to it by the source of inspiration and the style. So that's why the Neumann clasps and findings you will receive are carefully chosen to match the aesthetics and the story of the ongoing Beading School Academy theme. This time, it's the Rosetta window, inspired by the grandeur of Gothic cathedrals and the magic of stained glass windows from the medieval era. So I will be using my Neumann clasp to finish a bead embroidery pendant I designed using the art cabochon from the collection, featuring a cathedral window in all its glowing glory. So this new option is for you. I'm showing you the angel wing pendant at the moment that also features Neumann clasp that I used in the past. So this option is for you if you value quality over quantity. If you want to honor the time, the energy, and creativity that you pour into every piece of beadwork, not just today, but ever since the very beginning. From the moment you picked up your first needle and thread, your journey has been about more than beads. It has been also about growth, artistry, and passion. And now it is time to match your dedication with clasps that truly deserve your creations, that are rare, refined, and rich in history. So if you believe that the origin, the craftsmanship, and the care behind each piece makes a difference, and if you know that even the smallest element, like a clasp, can change the entire feel of the jewel, this is for you, dear ladies. This isn't the right choice if you prefer speed and quantity over creating something that's meant to stand the test of time. And also, this isn't the right choice if you would rather have 10 identical clasp uniform instead of experiencing the joy of surprise. Because every box will be a surprise. It will be carefully curated by me personally, so from a place that you hopefully learned to trust over the past decade. So, as I said, last year we visited the Neumann factory together with Andrea, and I have here a little collection of pictures that I think I haven't shown before. So this is me playing with the door of a safe where they actually keep some of the origins of the designs. So this piece of this safe place is one of the most valuable spots in the whole factory because it can withstand water, it can withstand fire, and inside you find the stampings, the originals. This is part of the warehouse that we were digging through, and it was so exciting to see and touch things that come from decades ago. It was also possible to list through a catalog that is not available in any other way, because even if I have a catalog in a paper form, I have discovered that there is so much more possible thanks to the Neumann factory. There is also a historic part of the manufactory where we saw machines that were used in the past and are gradually modernized. So as you can see, this machine comes from 1962. And then I have a picture of a smiling Andrea who is going through the archives literally in the attic. So there is actually a Czech town called Jablonec and a German city called New Gablons with much more in common that you might think. Jablonec is the birthplace of most of our glass beads and even some of our metal findings, like the historic filigree collection. And after the Second World War, the German part of its population was forced to move to Germany. So New Gablons actually means New Jablonec, and that's how these two significant places of the beading world are connected to each other. The Neumann family manufacturing these beautiful clasps, they originally come from Jablonec, just as our glass beads. I have collected some potentially frequently asked questions for you, and then afterwards I will return to your questions. So please start. I am so incredibly honored that already many of you are posting signed up, done, and so on. Thank you so much for your enthusiasm, ladies. So I will go through the information that I have still prepared, some practical information after the story, and then please keep your questions coming, and if some of them were not answered yet, then I will do my best to answer. So what do you receive exactly if you sign up for this subscription? Every 2 months, you will receive a box with 3 components from the Neumann factory in Germany. Most of the times, these will be clasps, and every once in a while, maybe even something different. We also have a welcome gift for you in case you choose the bundle option of the cold and the warm tones. And this is a one-time gift that will travel with your first boxes. So this is a subscription. You will receive your boxes every 2 months. And this is actually the reason why this matters so much. We can plan ahead. Beading school can plan ahead. The Neumann factory can plan ahead. And this, believe me, matters so much when it comes to keep the traditions alive and quality and make quality thrive. So when we know that you love this and when you pledge that you want to receive this, then we can plan ahead, we can invest well, we can make smart decisions, and we, Beading School and the Neumann factory, will be here for you in the future. We will ship the first boxes right away this week, and then every second month, always the even months, February, April, June, we will ship the new collections. You can order as many subscriptions as you like. So each box holds 3 clasps. The cold tone one holds 3, this time patinated silver ones. The warm tone ones hold either bronze or gold. And if you would like to have more, then it is also possible. You can opt out of the subscription at any time. However, please note that once you stop the subscription, it won't be possible to come back again until we open the option again. The option to sign up and to be part of this is open now only for a week. And then we will close it down for about half a year again. Since this project requires long-time planning and a significant investment, we need to know as much as possible in advance to keep it feasible. So that's the reason why we decided to do this. You might ask, will the clasps be available one by one in the Beading School bead shop? The smaller ones, maybe. And then there will be big, beautiful ones. And if any are left, they might become available during special events, like the Beading School Advent Calendar. But not like right away, and they will not become part of the general collection. So you might ask, is shipping included? No, it's not included automatically in the price. And if you sign up, you can select your payment option for now, for this week, and then you can choose separately the same payment, same shipping option, or a different one for your future boxes. You can either get them delivered on their own or join them with other orders and save on shipping. If you are a Beading School Academy student, then we can send the boxes right away with your team box. The team box, the Beading School Academy team box, comes with shipping included for now, both the turquoise and the fuchsia boxes. So in that case, it will be completely free to receive the boxes. We ship everything with a track and trace number, so you can keep an eye on your shiny packages. You receive the tracking number when the box leaves the Beading School treasury. And then the last question I was thinking about in advance is, can I have a sneak peek in advance of the next boxes? So today, lovely ladies, I will show you what is inside the boxes that correspond with the Rosetta window collection. And in the future, you will need to trust me on this. I will always select the most beautiful clasps, always matching the style of the ongoing theme of the Beading School Academy. You can use the components with your collection of jewels from the Academy boxes, or of course, anything else that you bead. So let me switch to my hand camera and I will show you what's inside these boxes that are here with me. So here are the boxes, and I have exactly the same clasps in the warm tone collection and in the cold tone collection. Just a fun fact, these are actually the tiniest white boxes that we found for something special from the Beading School treasury. The tiniest, but possibly the most valuable. So let's see first the warm tones. There will always be 3 components in the boxes, and let me show them to you from in the order how much I love them. I love them all. I love all 3 of them, but I have one that is truly special for me. So I have here the Rosetta window clasp in antique gold, and this has 1 loop on each side. It has a beautiful nacre pearl and Austrian crystals inserted around it. And Sharon, I will return to the questions after I showed the clasp. So I really like the details that in between the crystals we have this edged metal pieces, and in the case of Neumann clasps, always also the backsides are incredibly beautiful. Then the next one that I have here, it's called the Sun and Moon clasp. It also has an Austrian crystal in the middle, and the details are truly beautiful in my opinion. This is the back. This is also a box clasp, one of my favorite types. And then my absolute favorite is called the Cathedral clasp. And this has 2 loops, so you can secure a wider bracelet to it. And this sparkles with many crystals. Miriam says this one would be also perfect for a general robe. This is how it looks like from the back. And then I have the same in the cold tones, the same set in the cold tones too. So the Sun and Moon clasp, the Rosetta window clasp, and the cathedral clasp. So ladies, which one is your favorite out of the three? I am very curious actually. And while you are telling me which one is your favorite, I will start looking into your questions and answering. And Ginny is asking, can we join with order in progress and get it with our new box? Absolutely, dear Ginny. There is an option when you are signing out that you can choose the join with order in progress, so you save on shipping. And Kimberly says, I am so excited about this. Looking forward to the surprise every 2 months. Beautiful uniqueness in every box. Dear Kimberly, I am so glad that you like it, and thank you so much for choosing the Neumann collection. Marcy asks, how many clasps will be in each box? Is it 2 as in the pictures? So it's 3 in one box. This is the cold tone collection. This is the warm tone collection. And in case that you choose the box bundle, then you will receive with your first box bundle a welcome gift of the 2 components that I showed earlier. And everyone will receive of the box bundle beaders the metal ball, and then there will be either the rectangular clasp or a similar oval one. Kimberly says, a very unique opportunity. Thank you, Erika, for planning this. My pleasure, dear Kimberly, and thank you, dear beaders, that we can now make things like this come true, thanks to the support of the Beading School community. And Leta says, I love the clasps in the middle row with the star shapes. I think they are very beautiful, especially if you pick them up, you look closely, and you see that on every second petal, there are these extra edgings. And I just love how much attention goes into making every detail special and stand out. And Ariana says, the history and the interview with Hans was so interesting last year. Indeed, last year when we were in Germany with Andrea, then Hans Neumann, the grandson of the Neumann factory, agreed to a coffee time with Erika interview, and it was so great. And then Naipuri says, I love the quality of Neumann clasps. So joining the program, both the warm and cold tones, was an easy and exciting decision to make. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining. Sangeeta says, thank you for this amazing plan. Exciting to see what will every 2 months bring us. Super elegant and exquisite for sure. Hannah says, I hope some will still be in the bead shop when I get some money to order this. I love the subscription. Lovely, Hannah. I know that we all need to make smart decisions about how we spend our hard-earned money. And of course, it's up to every beader. And as I said, this is an option that is open for 1 week now. And then we will open the doors to it in about half a year again. And Miriam says in the meantime that her favorite is the gold tone cathedral clasp. And Marcy says, I think I will be waiting for these to arrive before I make the change to go with my Rosetta window pendants. I'm so glad they already feel inspiring, dear Marcy. Ginny says she likes the oval ones the most. Lutka arrived. Kimberly and Lita love the cathedral. Linda loves the middle one in antique silver. Sharon loves the warm tone cathedral. Tina says, cluttered, the cathedral clasp is so classy. And Antoinette says, I'm so happy for this collection. Sanjita also likes the cathedral ones. We have winners, ladies. Judith says, love the idea of the collection program. I'm ordered. Thank you so much, Judith. And Lita says, I made a mistake with the shipping choice in my order. Will I be able to change it? Dear Lita, can you please message the treasury at info@beadingschool.com and they will look into it. Hannah likes the last one. And Marcy says, this is a fabulous bundle. If you order both, it brings the price of each clasp to only $13.35. Great discount. I did not even mention the price and how advantageous this is, because I don't think that the price point, I don't want to say like, yay, get this because it's cheaper, get this because it's such a good quality. And well, the price point is also really great, happens to be really great. So thank you so much for bringing that up, Marcy. And Joyce is asking, will they always be matching designs? Just one box in cold and one box in warm if ordering both? So, dear Joyce, there will be, the next box will match the collection of the July and August team of the Beading School Academy, the one afterwards, the September, October, and so on. So I will not select them specifically to go with a specific jewel from that collection, but they will match the source of inspiration and somehow the atmosphere of the whole collection. Joanna is asking, how can she find this without scanning the code? Dear Joanna, I have just put the link into the comment field so you can click on it. Sanjita likes the middle one. Ginny, please message the treasury if you think that you have made a mistake while ordering. Joanna says, I want the bundle, but I can't find it. Dear Joanna, I put in the link. And Angelina says, nothing beats Neumann clasps for me. I have always been happy with them. Same goes for me, lovely Angelina. I think they are of such a great quality. And I will now switch back to my face camera. Oh my God, I switched back before I would move it from the other to the other holder. That was a once in a lifetime viewpoint of Erika from below my nose. I apologize for it. So that's why I am switching on always the videos. And I will leave you with this funny moment for now, dear ladies. Please also don't forget about the art cabochon collection that I have mentioned at the beginning, because indeed there is also something special waiting for you. I will share my screen with you so I can tell you more about that too. And I will also share the link. So this is the current new art cabochon collection. And as you can see, the colors also go perfectly with the colors of the Beading School Academy theme box. And that's why I selected 2 shades of red, a cappuccino brown, and 2 shades of blue, a turquoise one and a dark blue. There are different stampings, all of them representing something from the Gothic era. A rose, a sword, flowers, and the window itself. Many of you were asking about the beautiful lacy flower art cabochons that we brought to you during the Beading School Academy birthday week. And this time we also made a few of these lacy flowers in the new colors. Sharon is asking if I answered her questions about the shipping with the Academy boxes. Yes, indeed, dear Sharon, I saw it and answered it, that you can choose the join with order in progress option. And of course, you can always leave a note in the message field. So lovely ladies, do you have a favorite from the art cabochons? Which ones would you like to work with? Joanna says, I found it, but it said fail. Then in my order history, it says processing. Then all is well, dear Joanna. All is well. If it is there processing, then we have it. You can make sure of it by messaging the treasury at info@beadingschool.com. Please do not place another order. If it shows up as processing, then we have it. Miriam says she likes the rose. Which color do you like the most, dear Miriam? We have the rose in midnight blue, in candy apple, in barn red, in salted caramel. Oh my god, I might want to eat that one, and also misty turquoise. And Judith says the 4 in the middle are my favorites. They remind me of Van Gogh. So nice, dear Judith. Miriam likes the red rose. So it might seem that the order has failed because it seems that the Beading School Bead Shop became very, very busy. So instead of clicking multiple times, please check your order history, and if it's there processing, then all is well. Antoinette says she likes the sun and moon clasp. And Miriam says salty caramel find its way into Swiss chocolate. So true. And Lita says, I love the blues in all designs. Then lovely ladies, I have some important information just to say goodbye. So this week, if you message the Beading School Treasury because of your order or with a question or anything else that we might help with, then this time, instead of Melinda, this young gentleman will answer your emails. This is Bela, and Bela is one of the newest members of the Beading School team. He is the leader of the treasury, and he is becoming Andrea's right hand. He's incredibly kind and talented, and he loves working in the team, and he loves working with you. He even introduced himself a little bit on the Beading School Facebook page. And we also really love working with Bela. So this week, if you send an email, it will be Bela answering your message. And on Thursday, I will be waiting for you with the No One Has to Bead Alone workshop. This time, a pair of earrings designed by Aniko called Windrose. And I already have half of my earring beaded, and I can't wait to finish this off. So, lovely ladies, thank you so much for your attention today. Thank you so much for choosing the Neumann collections. And I am really looking forward to meet you all on Thursday, so no one has to bead alone. Have a nice rest of the day, ladies. Take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and see you on Thursday. Bye-bye.